All right, my loves. Grab your bong, grab your cat, grab whatever you need to feel comfy. Grab some water, grab a blankie, grab all of it. Come get situated. I'm currently heating up my bongo because I smoke dabaroonies, which are a highly concentrated form of THC, weed, marijuana. And yeah, we're talking about ghosts. I'm talking about dead people. Ghosts. I have seen things, felt things, heard things, all of the things. Dude, wow. And yet I still go to like abandoned asylums like completely by myself. Yet I find comfort in the graveyard. Yeah. So let's talk. Because I believe in ghosts. I believe in a lot of things. And I want to tell you my stories. But first, let's smoke some THC. That was a little too hot. I should have waited. We're gonna start with the Jimmy saga. Yeah. Orange juice. Okay. You're still here? Thank you. Happy to have you. Let's talk. So I had to move into my partner at the time's house, now my ex. However, when I moved into her house, she lived with her family at the time. She was still 19. I was still 19. So I moved into her family's house with her because I needed somewhere else to go. It was like literally that or homelessness. So took that opportunity and I learned so much about ghosts because of that. If anything, that was a horrible experience as a whole. But the best part about it was all of the ghosts. But not Jimmy, because Jimmy was a demon, and Jimmy actually really scared me. And I saw a full body apparition. I did a tarot reading for him. It was a whole thing. So, but to start this message, okay? Her house, top, bottom. Hello? Top, bottom. Okay? The middle. Okay, so on the top, it's like as I'm talking about her and her family, now there's a little fly that's circling the camera. That's kind of spooky. Anyways, because her, we ain't gonna talk about that. Okay, so the top floor held all of the light energy, okay? All of the light spirits, all of the good spirits. There was a lot. There was a lot, and I only knew 2 of them. The rest of them, I had no clue who the fuck they were, what they were doing, any of it. But I knew they were fucking real, and I knew they were light. I always felt watched up there, but you know when you feel watched, but you're not, it's not like you're in danger. Like, it's not like you're being hunted. It's like literally you're just like, ooh, hello. Yeah, 11:11. Ooh, on that clock up there. So I was always hearing things upstairs. Okay. But specifically when you were downstairs. So there was a time where a house fire had happened next door, okay? And because of that, everybody had to evacuate their house because their house has been smoke contaminated because it was a drug fire. We, for whatever reason, because we were at my shitty. The reason why I had to move was because of my shitty fifth wheel. My shitty fifth wheel that was like basically inhabitable. Okay, like it was not good for winter. We had to move into that. Okay, we had to move back into that because we had no other option. And her parents were doing something else. But the reason why we had to do the fifth wheel and not go wherever her parents went, or because my parents were, it's a complicated story, but her parents, we couldn't go where her parents were because we had fucking 3 dogs and a fuck ton of cats, and they all had to go with us, and we had to be with them. So in order to do that, we had to go back to the fifth wheel. So because of that, we were the fifth wheel. Our parents were somewhere else. We had to go back to the home first. Okay, so when we got cleared to go back, we moved in first because it was more immediate and needed for us to go in first. So I'm explaining this as if it matters, but it's just for context. I suck at telling stories. So then we moved back into the house. We're all settled, we're all good, but the parents aren't there yet, okay? That's what I'm trying to say. The whole point of that was to say the parents aren't there. Believe me, they were not there. Their shit was not moved in. Their room was actually the one that was most affected by the fire, and so also because of that, they literally could not move in. There was nobody in the upstairs house. So we were in the basement with Jimmy, and I hate saying his name. Maybe I shouldn't say his name. Is I gonna summon him here? Oh, fucky. Oh, shitty. Nah, I'm good. It's okay. I'm safe. Anyways, so yeah, they couldn't go, and we would just be like down. I'm just getting chills just talking about this because I have like unprocessed feelings. So we would be downstairs, we'd just be chilling, doing our own thing, and we'd hear footsteps. Like dead ass, we'd hear people walking around, and sometimes we'd just be like, oh, it's the ghosts. But sometimes there was a couple of times where me and or her would get up off of our ass and go, is someone upstairs? Did someone break in? I swear the door was locked. What's going on? So we would get up and we'd go look upstairs for somebody. There was never anybody up there. It was always just the ghosts just walking around. You'd hear the wood creaking. You'd literally hear defined footsteps. You'd hear voices upstairs. But those were never bad, okay? That's what I mean by I want to live in a haunted house one day. Like, just I want to live in a home with character. I want to live in a home with spirits or even a portal. But yeah, there's those light energies. Then there's the Jimmies. And then there's the bad ones, okay? So downstairs, we not good, mate, not good. You wanna know how not good this was? Okay, so I knew I'm getting the accent now because it's not even a real accent. It's just the anxious accent. It's the is this funny? No. Okay, so I'm so scared to talk about this and to like bring it into my field of existence. Okay, I'm safe. I'm protected. Nothing is allowed in this home that is of ill will or evil energy. Okay, I feel better. So I was told immediately from my partner at the time that when she was in the blue room, that was his room, and to not go in that room at night, that was his room. After dark, that was his room. Of course, my cats had to be in there. I feel so bad for them. I feel so bad that I had to put them in that room because her parents were like allergic. It's a whole thing. So either way, she has had things thrown at her physically thrown at her. She felt targeted ever since because mind you, she grew up in this house. Like she moved into it around like age 4 or something. But the rest, she basically grew up in the house, okay? And so because of that, she's been targeted ever since. And that was basically her room. Up until this point of her life. Well, now she has a psychic in her life who's a baby, who has no clue about her power, who has no clue about what she's about to reveal or find out or trigger. Because I'm just this little light being, okay? Do you fucking think for a fucking second that fucking demon wanted me in that house? No. It fucking didn't. I need you to listen to me. I can hear my voice actually like clearing up right now too, and my ears even just cleared up. That is crazy. I am realizing something right now in real active time and why it makes so much sense to me. I didn't want to take it personal. I never knew it was personal. I never knew it was against me. I never knew until this moment right now, actually, like dead ass. I came in there with so much light and so much love, frequency, and energy. I was purifying that home from the inside out. I was pure because that family was so toxic. I am not kidding you. They were gripped and riddled with something demonic. And I knew when I found that out, when I realized that I don't think it was the home that was necessarily the problem. I feel like something had attached to specifically the father, but I could have been wrong. I was just assuming it was the father. And because of that, it had followed them from their cabin home where my partner was born and raised in until their new home in this town now. And it's been following them It's been following them. It's been following the father figure specifically. However, it just now likes their family as a whole because of how toxic they are. Like, they were literally such a cesspool of toxicity and evil and hatred. And I do not say that lightly. I'm not just saying that to talk shit, you guys. I genuinely mean it. Their family was followed by death. People, miscarriages, death, sorrow, loss of family, house fires, all these things, okay? They would follow back to 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 my sorrow and all this stuff. And so when I come in here with love and with light, and at first I'm not moving in. At first I'm just like literally there to be there. And he was watching me the whole time. He was watching me, and I knew it, and I felt watched. I always felt watched. How do I say this? Okay, so this is a spooky thing, y'all. Okay, so I really hope I don't run out of storage so I can actually fully deliver this message to you guys. So I was, how do I explain this? Okay, I was gonna so just listen, okay? So my routine with her usually was I would go over to her home, I would hang out with her for a while until we ended up getting to this like really codependent point in our relationship where she would, I just wouldn't want to leave. Like, I just wouldn't want to leave, but I knew I had to leave. So then I would wait for her to like fall asleep because she had really bad sleep problems because that home was evil. But no, she's had really bad sleep problems. So I would just help her sleep. She would turn on her Disney movie because she thought, this is the funny thing, she thought her room's protected. And I feel like it was, in a sense. Because she believed it, because she genuinely believed in her heart that her room was protected. I believe that it manifested in a way, you know? But, so she had a little safe bubble, in a sense, in that basement. Because she had a new room out of the blue room. Because she moved to another room in the basement now that her siblings had left. And, so she would fall asleep. And on this night specifically, she fell asleep. And I would get up, okay? And I would walk down that, back end hallway. Back end hallway. We have two sides. Blue room, her room. Hallway. Her room. I walk out. I feel bad vibes. I always feel bad vibes from this door. Ignore the door. Keep walking. Right now, I don't live here. I'm still just meandering, passing through. I now have to walk through this dark hallway from point A to point B. But there's sometimes where I'm not scared of the dark. I'm scared of what's in it, and I know what's in it. I know what's living in there. I know what's thriving in there. I know what makes home of it. And the darkness in this home, for example, it's light. It's okay. See, it's funny. It's light darkness. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. In the dark, it's more just like lonely and shadow and feelings. It's not evil. And so I walk through the hallway. Nothing's happening. Now, okay, now from the hallway here. Okay, we're here. So we walk door, hallway. Pay attention to the screen. Door, hallway. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Pause here, because from here, stairs. To one side, if I was standing shoulder to shoulder, hypothetically, here, okay, let's say I'm right at the base, like I just showed you. I look this way, the laundry room. That's his room. That's his other room. I know you're like, rooms everywhere. It's the back corner underneath the stairs in the laundry room. That's his. And the blue room in the closet, that was his. And then there was the bathroom also on this side. On this side is a tapestry that creates a doorway, okay, which once was not there. But I put that up there because I did not like how it was just an open arched doorway into a living room concept, okay? And then there was the LED lights on. They were blue, and so they were putting out a blue underglow underneath the tapestry, okay? This all makes sense. Because of that, because of these exact coincidences, I go then walk up the stairs to leave. For whatever fucking reason, I turn around. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't like this. I don't like this game anymore. Ah! Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. I didn't like that. Okay, so whatever reason, I turn around. The full body apparition. Now, before this point in my life, I had seen a half a body apparition, and he was like hazy. He was half white, half black. He was more gray, less evil, but he was still bad. He was black. He's completely all black figure, like tall. Like I could see the shape of the feet all the way up, all the way, like the complete silhouette. There was no identifiers. It was just a complete silhouette. And I couldn't see through it. I could not see through it. I could completely see it. And I stared for a second thinking it was her. And then it wasn't her. And I knew that. And then immediately when I knew that, like in that moment, it brought me back to when I was like a little kid in this moment. Okay, I was a little kid. And the first time I ever got scared, because I was like 13 or whatever, watching fucking like Michael Myers or stupid shit, right? True horror, true crime, all this stupid shit. And nothing ever scared me as much as a couple of like either true crime cases or whatever, yeah. But it was, what was it? Shit, I got myself distracted because I started explaining. Come on, bring it back to me. Ghost Adventures. They went, funny enough, this is gonna tie back together. Just trust me. Ah! I'm sorry, this is like literally coincidentally evilly horrible. So, this episode, the St. Ignatius episode, whatever, right? Okay. So, in this episode of Ghost Adventures, one of the people or whatever was saying how the spirit of somebody or something possessed them and then followed them home. Okay? And then they like played like a reenactment, right? Where they like showed like a reenactment of like the radio and it turning demonic and speaking to him the same way that the guy experienced it or whatever, right? And I had nightmares for the first time in my little child life. Nightmares about something I'd watched on TV and on a film on screen. And because of that moment right then, it tied me back, okay, into now, but it also ties into later, but it ties into now as well, where I was like, no, you are not following me home. You have to stay here. And mind you, at this point as well, I've also loved ghost stuff. So I've seen so much of my own ghost videos where I know that I need to set boundaries. I need to be confident, and they will listen. So if you need to know how to do stuff, you need to be set confident boundaries. I told him, I said, you are not allowed to follow me home. You need to stay here. In my mind, also, I'm thinking, I'm so sorry, my love. I don't mean to leave you with the demon, but fuck this shit out now. So anyways, no, I'm just like, you need to stay. You are not following me home. I repeat that like over and over again until I'm confident, and then like I like look back towards the door because I'm like now opening the door, walking, because the door is like literally, this is how spiritual it is, okay? Door to the outside, down, stairs, hallway. All hallway, spiritual, stairs, spiritual, door, spiritual. So I open the door, and then I turn back around. He's gone. Completely fucking gone. Gone. I can't think or process anything. I'm sorry. At that moment, maybe I was evil because I left my partner with the demon. But do you think I was walking back through that hallway? No. So then I get back in my car. And that's when all that comes back to me, where I'm like, oh, so I turn off the radio, and so I'm like, you cannot follow me home, 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 you cannot follow me home the whole way home. And I'm just like, I'm okay, I'm safe. I'm like, what the fuck? Now it's the first time I've ever actually seen something. Okay? So now, continuing on the Jimmy drama. So because that's what they had named the entity. They had never seen him. They had only just kind of acknowledged it. Now my partner had stuff thrown at them, and they believed in it more than anybody else. But everyone else in the family was just like, it's fine, you're probably just crazy, but whatever. Okay, so then she got this dog named Bruce Banner. I'm thinking of the weed strain, sorry. No. No, so Bruce the dog, he was such an intuitive little boy. I watch the screen again. Wherever you are, come back to the screen. I'll try to do this the best that I can. So he's like sitting on the couch. Okay, he's like laying there on the couch, right? Living his best life. And at this time, no curtain in hallway. No tapestry in hallway. This was before, actually. And mind you, okay, also, my ex, it was she never thought it was demonic. She thought it was a ghost. She thought it was just a bad, mean ghost. She thought it was just a cranky ghost. I knew it was demonic. I labeled it demonic. I told her to her face, "Oh, you're smelling sulfur? You're smelling rotten eggs all the fucking time, and I can't smell it for dog shit at all. You're smelling it. You're doing all the stuff. Like, you're getting stuff thrown at you. You experience all these things. My love. No." And then this is what really solidified it for me. Okay? This is what solidified it. The dog. He then goes, he's laying on the couch. No tapestry on the hallway. This is before I saw the figure. I forgot to say it first. I watch him. His head jolts up. He looks around the room. Looks up the hallway. And I watch his fucking head trail the ceiling up like this. Literally going all the way back. And then he goes and he looks like that. Just like that. Just like that. The dog did it. He watched something. It was no one else was in the house. Nobody else was in the house. No one else was in the house. There was no sounds above. And I get a bad gut feeling every time he would come around, but I didn't know why, because I was just a baby witch and I didn't know shit. I was barely practicing anything at all. All I did was tarot, and I was still learning that, okay? I was still looking shit up. I see that. I watch that happen. My gut, oh my god. I like, dude, heart in my asshole. Heart in my asshole. Not good. So I knew it was demonic. That's why we started treating it as such. But for whatever stupid reason, I decided, I want to know the story. I want to know why. I want to, So, okay, also, okay, was this before or after I moved in? I feel like this was after I moved in. So hold on, we'll get to that in a second. I do want to say another thing, as I was saying earlier, as I was like, holy shit, hold on, I'm clocking shit in real time. Okay, so when I moved in, this is important, this is pertinent, okay, so when this is gonna sound cocky of me, hopefully they never find this video, they'll be like, this stupid bitch. No, so when I moved in, okay, this is what happened. This is how spiritually, divinely connected I am. When I moved into their home, the day of me getting all my animals, all my stuff in, me and my partner decide, let's go celebrate. Let's go down to my uncle's at the time and smoke some weed, okay? So we all do that. But whatever, for the first time in like really like ever, I just had this gut feeling where I'm like I didn't know something bad was gonna happen. I just didn't feel good. Like I genuinely started getting a headache. I didn't feel like I felt sick. Like I didn't know what was gonna happen. I just didn't feel good. So I was like, man, I just want to go home. So we went home earlier than we would planned on. Okay? And immediately home. Like we go straight back. She's in the bathroom, like she was just about to go to the bathroom, I believe, or was getting done with the bathroom, like literally in the middle of just doing human shit. And I was changing into PJs. When all of a sudden, we hear, fire, fire, there's a fire. There was a fire next door from the people doing fucking meth, and creating and cooking meth and shit, and they had like a fucking propane tank explosion. Because they had just gotten a boat for the summer, they had just bought a boat. Their RV was also there for camping, and they had the truck, the mom's car, and the dad's car, and my car. A lot of shit was in their home at the time for like vehicle wise, and because there was so much, stuff, because now I had just moved in because I was going to be there overnight now and living there. They had to move the boat. So they moved the boat. The boat is what saved their house from burning down. Their first time, mind you, they usually just park it on like the right side of the house. For the first time in the entirety of them ever living there, they moved the boat to the left side of their house. And that was where the fire was. So the fire spent so much time destroying and eating the boat that it only scorched the house. All my stuff, all my animals, everything was safe. We got all the animals out. I didn't leave until we did, so don't worry. But I was more, at that point, once I knew my animals were safe, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I moved all my belongings into this home, and now they might be damaged forever. All my belongings. I had nothing already, and now I'm gonna have even more nothing. But in reality, like, just because of all that, everything was very protected. Their home was protected in a sense. I just feel like too, like there was just so much light that I brought into that home. Like I didn't even realize it. Like I really beat myself up because there was also so much just energy taking away from me. Like that time, like I literally, like, you can see it in pictures of me. I looked like I was like literally like nothing but a corpse. Like I did not look healthy. I did not look good. My hair didn't look healthy. Like you could just tell when someone is healthy and thriving versus just barely surviving. And you could just see it ran all over my face for a whole different reasons. Now we're not talking about that. I'm sorry. Let's get back into the ghost stuff. This was during the time, I'm pretty sure her parents weren't there as well. Okay, it was just us. I decided, let's do a tarot reading, okay, because the home, okay, was still, like, okay, so this is the funny thing. So because of the house fire, because of this, their home was vacant for a while. All the energies were, like, active. You gotta think. They were, like, they had no people or anything. And there's also, so you have to, how did I explain this? How did I explain this to her? The fire, the energy, it rose. All of our energy rose. We put a lot of fear into that house before leaving. I don't remember how to explain this fully, but it impacted the ghosts. The ghosts were just as confused. They knew, but they didn't know, because it's the ones who were stuck. So it just depends on your beliefs, and I feel like some of them knew, you know, all beings, but some of them just, or like, where did the people go? What happened? Or like, what happened to my home even? Because some spirits, for example, you move into someone's home and it's their home, and they're so stuck on it being their home, and then you put a lamp in a spot they would have never put a lamp in, and now they're moving and turning off their lamp all the time because they're like, I don't like this spot. Choose a different spot. But you don't know what they're saying because you're not open to hearing them. Anyways, I digress. So, yeah, let me get into it. I sat there with my tarot deck, crisscross applesauce, on the back of a futon. Mind you, oh, my back just popped. That felt great. Oh, my goodness. Release the energy. Yes, release the demons. Ouch. Okay. So, this is what happened. I need you to envision this with me, okay? You're still here. So, the tapestry was up at this now current point in time, okay? Tapestry is up in the hallway. I am sitting there on the back of the futon. It's completely laid out, so it's a big flat square. I'm on the back. My back is towards the wood panel, which is directly behind the stairs. I decide I'm gonna do tarot. She's sitting in the front corner. The tapestry is like a little bit that way. And then the dog that could see the thing on the fucking ceiling, who's very active, like he literally watches things walk down the hallway all the time. He would like go whenever, all the time, all the fucking goddamn time. He was like literally the biggest magnet and alert for it, I guess, or whatever. So anyways, he was laying there as well. and don't know where the other dogs were, but whatever. So I don't know what happened. I barely know what happened. I was just doing tarot. I couldn't connect at first, and then all of a sudden, I was probably just like sitting like this, and I got into the sway, and I was open. I wasn't protected. I just wanted to receive the message, and he took over. I pulled out. It's like I just like started like channeling. It's like my first time channeling, but not channeling from a good entity. But it was like 50-50. So this is what I learned. And I don't know what's true. I don't know what's not true. I'm super confused because this was forever ago. But this was my experience as a little baby witch. So you can guys discuss it in the comments if you're still here. Maybe I need to make a part 2 on this. So I kept pulling cards like the Ten of Cups, like Ten of Cups and Justice and Tower and Devil. And then I started getting this energy because my partner kept always talking about this child energy, this like kid energy. She felt like there was, I didn't know if he was just tricking her or what, but I don't know. Part of me believed the child was real, but I also don't really think he was, because I never, like, maybe he was, maybe he wasn't, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. But supposedly there was this child energy, and that she knew of, and I knew that above on the light half, I just felt there's other energies up there as a whole, okay? And I think leading up to this moment too, we had also done a couple like of our own like Estes method type stuff, and so this will tie into it as well, because during the Estes method thingies, okay, that we had done, what I had received, why does my hair do this? What I had received was basically the fact that every time a feminine voice or this gentle masculine voice would come in, or even sometimes a kid voice would come in, so it's weird, or sometimes there's just other random shit, chatter, when those would come in, it'd be brief, it'd be quick, it'd be for a few seconds, and then it'd be demonic gargle, and icky things. And I just kept, every time we would do it, like, it wasn't like funny, like she thought it was be like funny or whatever, but I'm just like, it just feels like he's cutting them off. I just kept telling her that, like, I just feel like he just doesn't want them to talk. Like, every time I try talking to them, every time I try connecting to them, every time I try seeing if these other spirits or entities are real, that we can't get through to them because something keeps taking over. And the reading tied into all of this because I just felt like there was a family. I don't know when, I don't know how, I don't know when in history, I don't know if it was, I just don't know, but there was this family, and it was a murder-suicide. The husband murdered his wife and his kid, or kids, and then he killed himself. But he never murdered them. He did it, it was his hands, it was his vessel, but the man was possessed. Most people wouldn't believe something like that. And I'm not saying the man needs to be held forgiven for his actions of murdering those people and himself or whatever, but it's just like, that was the energy I was picking up on. I was picking up on something that had done that once before. I'm not saying it was going to happen again. I didn't feel unsafe for them in that sense. I thought that it just loved their family. It loved the sorrow and the death from their family. It was feeding off of miscarriages. It was feeding off of death of elders and random heart attacks. It was feeding off of that instead. It saw them as a more food source than it saw as something to end entirely. And that's the bad thing. And I didn't know what to do. Like, I didn't know what to do. This was out of my depth, dude. Anyways, so yeah, I just kept receiving that message from the tarot that was basically just saying there's like a happy family, something bad happened, something demonic, devil happened, and something just controlling, and there was just sorrow, and there was once happiness, there was once love, but then something bad happened. It was like he's an alcoholic, and it was like he let in those energies. I don't ugh. And I don't know, which is just crazy, which is why I was like, was it following the dad? Was it following the mom? Like, was it following them first? Was it following their family first? And then just so happened to like this home, like this place. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It was just, that was bad. And that was part of the Jimmy saga. And so that, when that happened too, that was not even all of it. Sorry, when I was doing the tarot thing, fucking, the tapestry moved. The first time I saw something move physically. So we all saw something different. The dog saw something. Dog looks up like, huh? I look over like, the fuck? Because the tapestry goes whoop, whoop, as if there was like airflow in the room, or someone had like brushed it and walked past. Like, you see how I just did that? Like, just like that. It'd be like I was sitting here, no airflow, nobody, and then all of a sudden, but no one touched it. And then my partner saw, at the time, she saw, she thought she saw the dog. Deadass. She was like, she thought it was Bruce. She saw black. She literally saw the black move it. I just didn't see that. And at that point, I had like clicked out of it. And I had come back from it. And I had like tapped back into my body. And she never took it to severity. I left my body. Like, that was my first time leaving my body, and I like literally felt so unsafe. I felt so uncomfortable. I did not know what to do. I didn't know how to ground or tap myself back into it. I was just so fragile, dude. Ugh, I hated it. We just snuggled and watched a movie afterwards because it was just like, just scary. It was just scary. We learned too much, and she didn't know if she believed any of it. I didn't know if I believed any of it. I didn't trust myself or believe in myself at that time. It was just weird. I didn't, but all that had happened. We were mainly just more fixated on the fact that we just saw something visibly move in front of us. One time when we were breaking up, which, oh my god, the entity loved that shit. Because we were beefing, we were arguing all the time, and I didn't realize how much it was feeding off of her specifically. But that doesn't give her any excuse for the way she treated me at the end of the day, either way. But still, like, I tried to get her out. I said, love, move with me. And she was like, I can't leave my parents. And I'm like, whatever. I can't save them all. So one time I was talking to her. This is towards the breakup era, okay? Two things were happening prominent. Oh, before this, wait. Using that Estes Method app, this is also important. I went into the blue room with her, and I was brave. I went in there at nighttime, and this is when I had moved out, because this is during the time when I had moved, but we were still together, but I was not living there no longer. And shit was picking up, and not in a good way. So, I went in the room with the Estes Method stuff, and I'm just like, why don't you like her? Why? I'm so blunt. I'm so blunt, bro. I'm like, why don't you like her? You tell me right now. He called her the N-word. And then he called her, can I say this? I'm gonna spell it. Faggot. And I sat there gobsmacked like, because was she a beautiful colored person? Yes. Was she gay? Yes. And so then I thought about it, and I'm like, yo, but if you're like from like way back, and you like, and then that's your belief, and that's your centered belief, and you just think that shit's wrong, and you just can't leave that belief because you just believe it's so wrong, or think it's evil or whatever. No, it was he didn't like her skin color. Hold on, I'm clocking things right now. At the moment I was laughing because I was like, that's why it made sense to me in that moment. But right now, what I wholeheartedly believe, changing my mind actively in this moment, he didn't like her skin color because he didn't like her heritage. He didn't like the Native American up in her bloodstream because she was naturally protected, and he didn't have as easy of access to her as he would for somebody else. That is why. He didn't like that. But it was not anything to even do with race. It was literally something to do with culture and heritage. I thought he was just being a little racist, little fuck. And I was like, well, shit, dude. Fuck. And then the whole gay thing at that moment, I already knew back then, but also reiterating it now. I thought in my mind, immediately in my gut, where I just kind of was like, I feel like it's not that you don't like it. I feel like it's that you like it because you like the woman that she brings over. And that's the problem, is you see them as like, because she presented more masculine, so he was able to produce more negative masculine traits in her so easily, and she would just bring in these like vulnerable, beautiful women, like me, and then it's just like food on a platter, like, here, demon, I have a new offering for you. She is pretty. Have her. Like, no, leave me alone. And then one time, so after this is the thing that still gives me also chills. I don't know, I'm not gonna stand up. So that'll give me like actually full body chills. So I was standing at that bloody damn doorway of hell, okay, right where that tapestry is at, okay. So mind you, I don't know if the tapestry was there or not in this moment. I don't think it was. Maybe it was. But I'm standing in the doorway, literally in the doorway, not thinking about it, because I'm literally talking to her for 30 fucking seconds before I leave. That was it. Okay? I'm sorry. I got a lot of emotions. I'm talking to her for like 30 fucking seconds, like this, and all of a sudden, I take a step back. One step backwards, because I'm talking and walking back to go turn around. One step backwards, right into him. Okay, I'm sorry. So in the moment, I couldn't clock it. In the moment, I didn't know what spiritual senses had just completely had it fully activated in me. But right now here, I'll reiterate it for you, tell you the real truth, the whole of it, okay? So in the moment, all I felt was overalls, red shirt, cold, chest, like, okay, I felt wide, round beer belly, like belly, groin, like not like literally, like groin area, pelvis area, wide, hips wide, jeans wide, dirty jeans wide, down, legs down. Ooh! And so at the time, it was just like, how do you feel the color? How do you feel all this? How do you feel all this? At the time, I didn't realize how fucking spiritual, sensitive, and amazing I am. No, it's because all of the clairs, the clear cognition, fuck, I can't English, the clear cognition, I can't say that, goddammit, clairvoyance, the clairsentience, the clear all of it, they had all, literally had like full body kicked in and activated, because I didn't know he was right behind me, and I walked right into him. Like, not into him, but it was just like, so it's like, imagine like if somebody was like, do I even want to do this? Okay, so it's like if I have this chair here, okay, and it's like I'm standing here and I'm like talking, and then I go take a step back, and then I go, wait, it's right in my butt, right, and I go lean, and then just barely touching. It's not that I'm like fully on top of them, it's that they're right fucking there, and I could feel all of them, and it's like in my soul and in my body, I knew that they were wearing a red shirt, overalls. I could feel all, so yeah, so that happened, and you would think that'd be the last of the Jimmy saga. God damn it, this is just gonna be a Jimmy video. I'm about to do another one about more ghost stories. This is just ghost stories about Jimmy. Evil Jimmy. Demon Jimmy. No, okay, so this is the end of the Jimmy saga, I think. I don't think I have any other Jimmy stories. Do I have any other Jimmy stories? He liked to watch me do my laundry, because I like it to, I wouldn't wear pants. I hate wearing pants, so I just fucking hate wearing pants, yo. So I would go do laundry, do my little thing in the basement, laundry, me, no pants, cellar. basically the cellar. Like, no, it's not a cellar. That's the wrong word. It's the under the stairs area of hell. And it's just like, you know, I'm just doing my thing. And it's like, all of a sudden, it's just like, don't look at me. I can feel you looking at me. Stop it. And that's kind of how it'd be. And then, as well, the last of the Jimmy saga, officially, sorry, was this. This little thing right here. He tried to attack her. I mean, I don't know. I think it was low-key attempted murder. And I, as a sensitive person, my octave raise, I still cared about my partner. But we were going through a breakup now. Now we were not really talking. Okay? Alright? And I still care about her, so when you're trying to tell me that this demon's now like, literally a horror movie shit, haha, fuck you, whore, I'm gonna on the antlers above her bed. Okay? Look, how do I explain this? So, watch the screen, I guess. So she's laying here, living the best life, and above her, you can't see this, above her are antlers, okay? She has like a big bed frame, like, it's like, woo, table, woo, walls of bed frame, woo, top of bed frame. Top of bed frame has space for knickknacks or whatever the fuck you want. And she decided to put her antlers up there, and they were literally put in a safe way. Like, that bed has seen some things. Those antlers did not move. Alright? Okay? Do we want to be clear? So tell me why she's laying in bed. She can't sleep because, you know, I'm not there to rub her back or whatever. And, she can't sleep. No, it's not because of me. I'm just joking. I'm being cocky. No, all she hears is, like, but, like, on the antlers. She just keeps hearing this tapping sound. But she doesn't know what it is. Like, she can't sleep because she doesn't know what it is. Okay? Alright? So in the morning, I don't remember how this fully went. I'm not gonna tell the story right. But basically, long story short, she discovered what it was. She discovered that it was the antlers. She was freaking out because she discovered that the antlers had, like, I think, if I'm correct, she woke up and she literally saw the antler peeking out above in a scary way, and it was like almost like a fucking warning. And then I'm sorry, my mind's going blank right now. Everything's getting so quiet in my mind. It's like Debbie doesn't want me to tell you about this. That's scary. No, so then the next night, because I'm just a girl, I decided, oh, I'll come help you, whatever. I honestly thought she was fucking full of shit. I thought she was capping. I was like, this bitch, she's trying to pull some weird, stupid shit to get me to come over and spend the night again. I guess. So I did. And then now I can't sleep, because all I hear is tap, 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 tap. Basically, dude, it was the antlers. I'll tell you what, the next day, she took every single antler off and she replaced it with stuffed animals. But, yeah, no, that's not funny. Also, it's not funny. I guess it is funny, but it's not funny. So, hopefully you enjoyed my 49-minute long ghost storytelling about Jimmy. Next video, whenever I decide to, will be about more ghost stories. About the time I have had a ghost run at me. Or all the other fun experiences. Yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this wonderful, fun recap of not only the most toxic relationship of my life, but the most toxic demon that was part of it. And no, it was not her. It was her friend. Jimmy. Ah!